MREs. The meal, ready to eat, commonly known as the MREs, is a self-contained individual field ration in lightweight packaging bought by the United States Department of Defense for its service members for use in combat or other field conditions where organized food facilities are not available. While MREs should be kept cool, they do not need to be refrigerated. MREs replace the canned MCI, or meal, combat, individual rations, in 1981. And is the intended successor to the lighter LRP ration developed by the United States Army for Special Forces and Ranger Patrol units in Vietnam. MREs have also been distributed to civilians during natural disasters. The first U.S. soldier ration established by a congressional resolution, during the Revolutionary War, consisted of enough food to feed a man for one day, mostly beef, peas, and rice. During the Civil War, the U.S. military moved toward canned goods. Later, self-contained kits were issued as a whole ration and contained canned meat, bread, coffee, sugar, and salt. During the First World War, canned meats were replaced with lightweight preserved meats, salted or dried, to save weight and allow more rations to be carried by soldiers carrying their supplies on foot. At the beginning of World War II, a number of new field rations were introduced, including the mountain ration and the jungle ration. However, cost-cutting measures by Quartermaster Command officials during the latter part of World War II and the Korean War again saw the predominance of heavy canned C rations issued to troops, regardless of operating environment or mission. During World War II, over 100 million cans of Spam were sent to the Pacific. The use of canned wet rations continued through the Vietnam War, with the improved MCI field ration. After repeated experiences with providing prepared rations to soldiers dating from before World War II, Pentagon officials ultimately realized that simply providing a nutritionally balanced meal in the field was not adequate. Service members in various geographic regions and combat situations often required different subsets of ingredients for food to be considered palatable over long periods. Moreover, catering to individual tastes and preferences would encourage service members to actually consume the whole ration and its nutrition. Most importantly, the use of specialized forces in extreme environments and the necessity of carrying increasingly heavy field loads while on foot during extended missions required significantly lighter alternatives to standard canned wet rations. In 1963, the Department of Defense began developing the meal, ready to eat, a ration that would rely on modern food preparation and packaging technology to create a lighter replacement for the canned meal, combat, individual ration. In 1966, this led to the Long Range Patrol, or LRP's ration, a dehydrated meal stored in a waterproof canvas pouch. However, just as with the jungle ration, its expense compared to canned wet rations, as well as the costs of stocking and storing a specialized field ration, led to its limited usage and repeated attempts at discontinuance by Quartermaster Command officials. Early MREs prototypes that involved freeze-dried and dehydrated foods were developed under Dr. Abdul Rahman, who later received the Meritorious Civilian Service Award for his work. However, further work was needed to develop a ration that did not require rehydration, thus not requiring additional preparation time and water. Further effort, led by Dr. Rano A. Lampi, Chief of Food Systems Equipment Division at the Natick Soldier Research, Development, and Engineering Center, concentrated on the refinement of the retort pouch to contain a wet ration with a 3 to 10 year shelf life that could be easily shipped, carried in the field, opened and consumed straight out of the package if necessary with no further heat or water. The resulting MREs went into special issue starting in 1981 and standard issue in 1986, using a limited menu of 12 entrees. General contents may include main course, side dish, dessert or snack, often commercial candy, fortified pastry, first strike bar, or soldier fuel bar, crackers or bread, a spread of cheese, peanut butter or jelly, powdered beverage mix, fruit-flavored drink, cocoa, instant coffee, or tea, sports drink, or dairy shake. Utensils. In rare occasions it includes a full-set spoon, fork, and knife, usually and most common just a plastic spoon, flameless ration heater, beverage mixing bag. Accessory pack, xylitol chewing gum, water-resistant matchbook, napkin, toilet paper, moist towelette, seasonings, including salt, pepper, sugar, creamer, and/or Tabasco sauce, freeze-dried coffee powder. Many items are fortified with nutrients. Ongoing development. The MREs has been in continuous development since its introduction. In 1990, a flameless ration heater, FRH, a water-activated exothermic reaction product that emits heat, allowed a service member in the field to enjoy a hot meal. In an array of field tests and surveys, service members requested more entree options and larger serving sizes. By 1994, commercial-like graphics, images, were added to make the packets more user-friendly and appealing, while biodegradable materials were introduced for inedible components, such as spoons and napkins. The number of main dishes expanded to 16 by 1996, including vegetarian options, 20 by 1997, and 24 by 1998. Today, the system includes 24 entrees and more than 150 additional items. The variety allowed service members from various cultures and geographical regions to find something palatable. The ration originally came in a dark brown outer bag from 1981 to 1995 because it was designed for service in the temperate forests and plains of Central Europe. It was replaced in 1996 with a tan outer bag that was better suited for service in the deserts of the Middle East. By 2000, a bean burrito main dish was introduced. In 2006, beverage bags were introduced to the MREs, as service members have begun to depend more on hydration packs than on canteens, thus denying them the use of the metal canteen cups, shaped to fit in a canteen pouch with the canteen, for mixing powdered beverages. In addition to having measuring marks to indicate levels of liquid for precise measurement, they can be sealed and placed inside the flameless heater. Most recently, MREs have been developed using the Dietary Reference Intake, created by the Institute of Medicine, IOM. The IOM indicated service members, who were classified as highly active men between the ages of 18 and 30, typically burn about 4,200 calories, kcal, a day, but tended to only consume about 400 calories a day during combat, entering a negative energy balance. This imbalance occurs when service members fail to consume full portions of their rations. Although manipulations to the food items and distribution of macronutrients to help boost the amount of kilocalories per MREs have been made, more studies are showing many service members still do not meet today's standards of daily consumption, often trading and discarding portions of the ration. Researchers continue to study the habits and eating preferences of service members, making constant changes that encourage service members to eat the entire meal and thus get full nutritional value. In addition, the military has experimented with new assault ration prototypes, such as the First Strike ration and the HUO bar, designed with elite or specialized forces in mind. Lighter than the typical MREs, they require no preparation and allow service members to eat them while traveling. In 2009, 6,300 dairy shake packets of varying flavors were recalled due to evidence of salmonella contamination. Each meal provides about 1,200 calories. They are intended to be eaten for a maximum of 21 days. The assumption is that logistics units can provide fresh food rations by then, and have a minimum shelf life of 3 years, depending on storage conditions. Packaging requirements are strict. MREs must be able to withstand parachute drops from 380 meters, and non-parachute drops of 30 meters. The packaging is required to maintain a minimum shelf life of 3.5 years at 27 degrees. Resale. As a result of earlier unauthorized sales to civilians, the Department of Defense requires that U.S. government property, commercial resale is unlawful be printed on each case of MREs. Despite the